And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, Off the Wall Street Radio Network. I'm your host, Phil Grandy, and it's May 6th. So, we had the job numbers today. I am so tired of the distortions. You remember what happened the other day? Biden comes out and he says that he cut the budget by $1.5 trillion. No, he didn't. I told you about that. That was a bull-faced lie. That was a line item. Remember, when Trump left the White House, before he left, he used all that money for, the pandemic. Mask, and he used the money for the vaccines and all of that. So when our friend Biden doesn't need that money. It's all done. You don't need that money again. So it's just a line item they took off the budget. He had nothing to do with it. Nothing. That's a bold-faced lie. He made it sound like he and his team got together. Oh, we really worked that down. We worked 24 hours a day. We were ordering pizza. And how are we going to get the budget down? We didn't go home. We didn't go to bed. This guy's just a fraud. There's another example. The job numbers today. Big distortion. Now, Biden's been claiming he's been creating 6 million new jobs. 6 million. That's not true. And the 467,000 wasn't true today either. Yes, 467,000 people went back to work, but they're part of the 22 million people who were told to go home. That's right, told to go home. So those people are now returning to work, to their job. That's right. So 22 million people said, You got to go home. You can't stay here and work. We'll let you know. We'll call you back to work. So now they're calling him back to work. But Biden claims it's all new jobs he created. Isn't that awful? That should be sent also to the truth czar, Mary Poppins. It should go to her too. I think this should go right to her. There's a lie for you. But being serious here, that's terrible. That's terrible. We're not creating new jobs. And the other thing that's terrible, that 1,000-point rally. Everybody keeps asking me, how come that rally, we had that 1,000-point rally and it dropped? Gave it all back. And how'd you know they were going to give it back? I don't know of anybody else who said that would happen. I did. I said it was going to rally when they gave that rate hike. We'd have a rally, and then I said in a couple of days it'll drop back, and they'll touch that low of February 24th. Well, guess what? It wasn't even a couple of days. Bang! Next day we lost 1,000. Because of the inflation we're having. That's the problem. What's coming in the future? Because the reason it dropped back 1,000 points is because we're not fighting inflation, because we're going towards that midterm election. They don't want to fight inflation. There's no question that Biden told Powell to take that 75 basis points off the table. Now, do you remember when everybody was complaining about Trump pressuring Powell? He said, no, I'm independent. Well, guess what? As I told you the other day, Biden or somebody was pretty clever. They took his status away as chairman, where now he is considered, it's called, I think, something like temporal chairman, which means he's temporary, that he's got to be reconfirmed. That way they got him. They've got him. He'll do whatever they tell him to do, especially going towards the midterm election. But here's the real problem. Biden not controlling inflation. Biden by saying, I'm not going to put that 75 basis point. And Biden by kicking the can down the road saying, I'm not going to sell those treasuries until June now. That means he's not going to control inflation. We're going to end up just like what happened in the 70s, and I lived through it. Where first of all, we're going to go from inflation to stagflation. Go back to the 70s. I'll go back with you. Tell you exactly what happened. When inflation was going nuts in the 70s, and remember, back in the 70s, the cities started to run out of money.
That's a lot of nuts!
The cities were running out of money. And all the cities, they were falling into disrepair. And they didn't have the money because people were out of work. The cities couldn't, they weren't bringing in the tax revenue. And then what really killed us back in the 70s, the Saudis got angry with us over the war in Israel because we backed Israel, and they cut our gasoline off. And you want to see inflation, gasoline prices went nuts. They went crazy. And the Saudis cut our gasoline prices off. Now, look what's going on now. Biden, the Saudis, and Russia are pals, just like the Russians and China are pals. The Saudis won't even take Biden's phone call. They could cut our oil off anytime and we'd be right back where we were in the 70s, where the oil was so tight that they took your license plate, and if you had the odd number at that very end, you went on Wednesday. If you had the even number, you went on Thursday or whatever it was. And again, that's a true story. You only could go certain days to get your gasoline depending on your license plate. So anytime, this could happen again. So Biden and Powell better get together and start fighting inflation. Because if he doesn't fight inflation, I know why he's not doing it, because he's going to midterm election. We'll end up where we were under Carter and Volcker. Remember, things got so bad because they wouldn't fight inflation. Finally, when Carter was in office and Volcker came in, they said, we got to fight this. And here's what they're doing. They're trying to fight it by raising interest rates. The Fed, they just raised the interest rate 50 basis points. That means you're going to have to pay more on your car loan. You're going to have to pay more on your car loan, your snowmobile, your whatever. You got to pay more money on your payments. You don't break inflation that way. So what happens, things get worse. If they don't fight inflation and they're going to keep raising rates, that means you're going to have to be paying more and more and more for stuff. Then you're going to end up what Volcker had to do. He had to raise rates to 18% to break the back of inflation. Boy, that was tough. When he raised rates to 18% to break the back of inflation, we had no choice. Guess what happened? Everything stopped. The economy stopped. You killed investments. Nobody's borrowing money to build anything. They killed jobs. They killed everything. We're going that way right now. When I couldn't believe when I saw that he said, I'm going to take that 75 basis points and we're going to take it off the table? He should have put 750 basis points on the table. This is unbelievable, and it affects our market. More when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. And at least during those 10 days, learn how to sell short. We'll teach you how to do that with the spiders. It's easier for you. Once you learn from the spiders, and you can do it with any stock, any ETF. And it's 10 days. You'll learn how to short with the spiders. You need to learn how to short. And between now and between Christmas Eve, you will make money, and you don't care if the market goes down or the market goes up. If you want to join our gang and take advantage of all of our education program, I mean, we have a full education program from beginner to expert. We have great classes. I think we have the best teaching form. When somebody who's decided, you know what, I'm tired of having people managing my money. I keep losing money. I want to learn how to manage my own money. We have the best teaching format, I believe, in the country. And then we have the format for those who say, you know, Phil, I listen to your show. I love your show, but I'm just too busy. I'm too busy. Well, we stopped that quick because we started a Procom Working Investor Group. So when they say that to me, they can't say that anymore. The Working Investor Group, we take a select stock group, and every day at 2 o'clock, Steve goes over it, stock by stock by stock, tells you what to do, especially with the spiders. Then during that 10 days, you pick some stocks out. You just go to the site where it says, start here, philsgang.com, start here, and then make sure you click where it says Working Investor Group. In that group, just select whatever amount of stocks you want. And then every day he takes each one of those stocks and go through it, including the spiders I'm talking about. And then at least you're going to learn how to sell short. So if you only want to use the Pro 2 color chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, then just select one stock or one ETF other than the spiders from our Working Investor Group. And you're going, God, I wish I did this years ago. But I just want to clear up again so everybody understands. You know, when you live through this, like I did in the 70s, people don't understand how horrible stagflation is. Biden, remember what he's doing. He's trying to, he right now, he told Powell, do not raise that 75 basis points. Do not raise that 75 basis points. Take it off the table. That was the worst thing he could do. He's got to get aggressive, because if you don't get aggressive and you don't fight inflation, and yesterday, that's why the market came down 1,000 points. That's why we're down again today. And every time the plunger team came in today and tried to move the market positive again. No such luck, because investors really know what's going on here. They're saying we're going to go back to the 70s. If he doesn't start fighting inflation, they did the same thing in the 70s. They wouldn't fight inflation. Then finally, they got so bad that when the Saudis shut our oil off and gasoline prices went through the roof, and then it got so bad that we ended up going into stagflation. That's when prices get so high, because again, the Federal Reserve keeps raising rates, because what he does, he lays it on us, the consumer. He raises rates on us, the consumer, to fight inflation. That's what they did back in the 70s. I lived through it. That's what he's doing now. He's raising the rates on us to fight inflation. You can't fight inflation that way. You don't carry a big enough stick. And if he keeps doing this for another 6-7 months, we're going to end up just like in the 70s, where inflation gets so bad that the only way you can stop it is like Volcker did, where he raises rates right to 18%. From where we are today to 18%. And somebody's going to have to do that, because he's not going to fight inflation between now and midterm elections, because he doesn't care about us. He only cares about the party and re-election. And then that's when stagflation kicks in. And that's why it's so important to understand how to sell a stock short. And I know yesterday, listen to this. This is unbelievable.
Jay Powell took the 75 basis points off the table. We were off to the races.
What an idiot. That's Kramer. He said, we're off to the races. No, he should have said what I said. Are you crazy? He's not fighting inflation. And this is the same idiot that said this.
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
Bear Stearns is fine. No. Don't take your money out. No, I'm Jim Cramer. I know the CEO. I know his wife. I know his kids. I go to his house for summer. No. Don't you take that money out of there. How'd that work out? And then yesterday, oh, wow. He's taking a 75 basis point. This is good. Look at this. Market's going up. And I'm sitting there saying, don't do this. The market's going to come back down. I didn't hear anyone say that except me. I don't. I never heard one person say what I said, that this thing was going to take off and then come right back down, and we're going to test that the February 24th flow. I didn't hear anybody do that. And here's the dangerous part. On February, as I told you yesterday, in February, Biden, I don't think he is that smart. I think it was Obama who called Biden and said, look, you got to take Powell and put him on as a pro tempore chairman. That way there we got over his head. If he doesn't do what we tell him to do between now and the election, midterm election, he will not get reappointed. That's why, remember I told you, that's why he lied yesterday. He lied. I mean, he was saying how great businesses are doing, small businesses are doing. He contradicted his own Federal Reserve. They did a survey of 11,000 businesses, and I told you this yesterday, and they said they're in deep trouble. They're in deep trouble. So while his own survey, 11,000 businesses he surveyed, that's his survey, not mine. They said they're in trouble. He's telling us they're doing great. Why? Because chair pro tempore. My God. Be back with some more stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so here's, this is unbelievable. I told you the other day that when I heard Powell come and say, we're not doing the 75 basis points, I'm pushing down the road, I'm not going to be selling the treasuries on my balance sheet until June. And I'm not going to do the $90 billion a month. I'm going to cut it back to $40 billion a month. So he cuts 90 back to 40. He doesn't do the 75. Are you kidding me? He's telling us he's not fighting inflation. And then you got to understand that when Cramer came on, and then Cramer turns around and he hails how great it is that he's taking the 75 basis points off the table. You know what? This was all done before. I'm telling you, Powell with the president and with Jim Cramer, this was all set up. And I think I can prove it. Listen to this. Listen to this cut right here. Yeah.
I think the consumer's strong. Jobs are plentiful.
Oh, my God.
I think Powell can raise rates reasonably with a decent time frame.
Oh, my
do a great
God.
job.
Oh,
I think
God.
prices will then come down. There'll be less buying of stocks on margin. There'll be plenty of people who leave the stock market because they need the cash. But I think leaving the market's a mistake because Powell happens to be an incredibly thoughtful, good public servant who's doing amazingly.
Can you imagine? So don't tell me that this wasn't put up together before that rate hike. The president, Powell, and Cramer. And by the way, remember, Cramer is with the fake business news people. He's with Wall Street. Okay? He's the mouth of the fake business network. And remember what he did, how he got everybody in trouble. Same thing. Oh, boy, I remember this like it was yesterday when he turned around and he's trying to get people to not sell Bear Stearns. Same thing. Same thing. He was in there. He didn't care about people. He cared about Wall Street. He cared about Wall Street.
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no.
So he did the same thing, and people got slaughtered. Same thing with the 75 basis point. He told everybody, get in there, get in the market. Look at this. He's not going to raise 75 points. Get in that market. It started to rally, and then that collapsed. And now he's also saying this, and also when he says this is what really gets me. When he tells us how strong the economy is.
I think the consumer's strong. Jobs are plentiful. I think Powell can raise rates reasonably with a decent time.
There's the problem. Powell can raise rates reasonably? No! That's how we got in trouble in the 70s. You don't raise rates on us like you're doing right now. He's raising rates on us to fight inflation. No, it gets worse. Things get worse for us. You got to go in and slam inflation. Don't raise rates a quarter point or 50 basis points next meeting. Raise it 5 points to fight inflation. That's why the market came back down, because people understand that. People understand that if he raises rates tiny bits all the time, that we're going to get to a point like 70, you got to raise rates like 15% one day or 20%. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. All right. So he's saying how great the economy is, right? Well, wait a minute. How come economic growth dropped 4.1%? That's huge. 4.1% is huge. 4.1% is the equivalent as a doctor telling you got stage 4 cancer. That's how bad 4.1% is. Productivity, what we're producing, is terrible. Our productivity has dropped big time. 7.5%. We haven't seen that. The last time we saw that was back in 1947. And you tell me things are great. The trade deficit is a killer. I think it's $110 billion. Do you understand what that means? That's a killer. It destroys jobs. It slows growth. Your productivity slows wage growth. And this is what's going on. They're slowing wage growth right now. They're slowing economic growth. And they're telling us how great things are. Kramer said how great things are. The debt is raising faster than a person's wages. Personal income, they said, went up 0.5, but prices went up 0.9. So how could the economy be so good? Are you kidding? And remember when Powell said how great businesses are? His own survey said that they found that 63% of business still have revenues below pre-pandemic levels. And here's the other thing. When you start raising rates on folks and then businesses have to raise prices. And that's why you can't do this slowly, because inflation is going so rapid. So what do? Join my gang. Please try it for 10 days. And look, we can't fight the Fed. You can't fight lying. He is a liar. Powell is lying to us because he's chair pro tempore. That means his job's at stake. And I knew when I heard him talking the other day, something's wrong. And I remember in February, they changed his position to chair pro tempore. Now I know why they did it. So we've been shorting. Remember when, just give you an idea how good shorting is. Netflix. The crowd on Wall Street, CNBC, they came out one day. It's a noon group. We should be buying Netflix. My chart, my Pro 2 color-coded chart, it was red. So I said, I'm going to take the opposite and I'm going to sell it short. We have a 40% return. They're down 40%. And I noticed for 2 days, they haven't said a thing about Netflix. Not one thing, because they're down 40%. They're embarrassed. But we did what? We shorted. How did we notice short? Because our Pro 2 color-coded chart was solid red. Look at your candlesticks. Your candlesticks aren't solid red or solid green. What we did with ours, and it's patented with the color-coded technology, when there's more money coming out, our Pro 2 color-coded will be all red candlesticks. And then when money starts coming in, all of a sudden it'll turn yellow, give us a warning, money's coming back in, so we know to take our profits. And that's the same thing when you're buying. If you're not shorting, same thing. It works. And as I say, there's no place, nowhere that you get the education you get here if you decide, I'm going to spend the time to learn. I want to learn the stock market. Well, I always tell my people here, we spend most of our time making sure people don't lose money because they come in with such bad habits. That's right. Most of our time is working on don't lose money. And I always said, as long as people don't lose money, they'll be with us forever. But I'm going to tell you right now, we have a huge problem brewing. We're going to go to, mark my word. Just like I told you on Wednesday, when we had that 1,000-point rally, I said, it's not going to hold. It's going to go back down. Well, mark my word on this. We are going to hit stagflation because he's not willing. He's not willing to fight inflation. And what that means is the more he raises rates, that means the businesses start raising their prices. Then what happens is people stop. They start buying less consumers. They start laying people off. When you have a slowing economy and you have people getting laid off together, that's a horrible combination. Join my gang. Try it for 10 days free. So it doesn't matter to you that you'll make money no matter which way your stock is going. Especially start with the spiders. I'm telling you, from now to Christmas Eve, if you just do the spiders using our Pro 2 color-coded chart, every day we tell you exactly what to do. You can't go wrong. You get used to selling short, and you go, God, I wish I did this long ago. I'll be right back after this break. Join my gang and help St. Jude, please.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang, please, and learn how to sell short. If all you do is join for 10 days, it's free, and learn how to sell short. Even if you don't stay with me, at least you have an education how to sell a stock short or what makes a stock go down. For heaven's sakes, at least walk away with that. It's free. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you some of our returns. But when I give you these returns, I'm not saying every gang member has the same percentages I have, okay? Because I don't know where they all get in at. What I'm saying is when this turned the color red or green, if they're selling short red, okay, for example, take Netflix, we just talked about that, 44% gain in shorting. Now, I don't know when every gang member got into, I don't know, some maybe have 10. It's not important what they have. What's important, they identified that it was going to go down, and they sold it short, so they're not losing money. DOCU, that's a Doug sign or DocuSign, that we shorted, 21%. TDOC, Teledoc, that's down 44%. This is the advantage of selling short. NVIDIA, one of our favorites, NVIDIA, okay, and that was 31%. Apple, 10%. Now, let's talk about Apple for a moment. Apple and Microsoft are the last two that have to break that fake floor of February 24th. When they break, it's over. If anyone thinks this market's not going to crash, and if you believe all these people like Jim Cramer and the rest of the floor is in, it's not in. Please trust what I'm telling you. It's not in. You know the real problem? The stock market. Most people don't even know what the stock market is. They don't even have a clue what it is. I mean, they don't. They're not familiar with it. You know, prosperity, remember, comes from businesses that take risk, i.e., business investment, increased productivity, increased wages, increased savings, increased GDP growth. The stock market represents the ownership of those businesses who prosper, who take a risk. Now, stock prices, if you have higher earnings, then you have higher stock prices, and your wealth increases in that stock, in that business. If you have lower earnings of that stock, lower stock prices, that means less wealth. And to replenish that wealth, to increase that stock price, to increase your wealth, you have to increase earnings. You do that through increased business investment. You're increasing your risk. All businessmen know this. You increase productivity. You have to increase market share. You have to increase top-line sales. You have to increase earnings. That all changed in 2008 with QE. They said, we don't want to do all that. Who was that? Obama and Bernanke said, we don't want to do that. After the crash, they said, we don't want to do it. Why don't we just take growth stocks, big tech stocks, and we'll financially rig the stock market so those stocks will go up and they don't need to have increased business investment. They don't need to have profits. They don't need to have earnings. People are just going to buy the price. They're going to speculate. A lot of companies, people used to do that. They go in and buy, oh God, which company am I thinking of? A long time. There was Amazon. They weren't making money, but people were buying stock left and right. So the stock prices, again, it used to be when the value went down, we had to go back in there and really work. But that changed in 2008. They said you don't have to work anymore at it. QE came in. It's a confidence game. It's a crime. It used to be. What they did is they taken the growth stocks and replaced them, value stocks, get rid of them. Let's focus on growth stocks. Let's take the low yields on treasuries and we'll place the earnings with low yields. Now get this, what they did. They said, we don't need profits. We'll take the profits, get rid of them. We don't need earnings, get rid of them. And we'll replace that by printing money and buying treasuries to drop the yields down. So yields for the last 14 years took place of earnings, took place of profits. But what's the outside of that? What's the problem with that? Sure, the stock market, tech stocks went up 1,300%. But you're going to pay for it. Because by printing all that money for 14 years to keep yields down by buying treasuries to just focus on tech stocks that don't need earnings or profits for the stock to go up like you do with value stocks like IBM, we got tremendous inflation from all that money printing. And who benefited from all that inflation? The 1%, because they're an asset class. They don't have, 1% don't live on wages. They live on their returns from metals and their artwork and their paintings and their exotic real estate and whatever, and stocks. The poor guy on Main Street got so screwed in the last 14 years because they made sure the inflation was on purpose so they could destroy the value of the dollar, so that our Congress could pay their debt back or the interest on our national debt by paying it down with weak dollars. So if we owed $1 million, they will only have to pay $800,000 now because the million got destroyed and it's only worth $800,000. How clever. So they benefited by making sure there was a lot of inflation by printing money. So now that they can pay that $1 million back, that debt they got $1 million, with $800,000, not $1 million. And all that inflation made Pelosi and all those in Congress, very, very wealthy because their asset prices went up. Their homes, their artwork, their other, stamp collections, all the assets they have. Inflation exploded. And now they're telling us they're not going to control it. Now they're telling us from all this money printing for 14 years, where they screwed Main Street, the working class, for 14 years. Because the working class is not an asset class. They're wage guys. They're wage people. They have maybe an asset in their home. That's it. They're taking the brunt of the inflation. This 1,000-point rally that failed, it's telling you what's going on. They're going to lie to us. They're going to do anything they can between now and November to make sure the market doesn't crash. They're going to try to hold that crash off. It's not going to work. But even if let's say it does, I'm wrong. And even if let's say they turn around and decide to rally the market, we'll make money on the way up. See, that's the beauty of knowing how to make money when the market goes up, when the market goes down. As I said, if all you do is join the gang for 10 days and learn shorting on the spiders, that's all you do, then you could take that knowledge, add it to any stock. Now, and that's ideal. It's called the Working Investor Group for people who just don't have time. People, I see them on the street all the time. Phil, I love your show, but I don't have time to join the gang. Well, they can't say that anymore because the Working Investor Group, we do it all for them. Steve, every day at 2 o'clock, posts each stock. Every stock that we have in our portfolio tells them what to do. I mean, what more can we do?
IWM, take some profits on this one and keep your stop at 188.49.
So he'll instruct you what to do, where to add, where not to add. And if you just did that with the spiders from now to Christmas Eve, you'll make money. But more important than making the money is you're going to learn. You're going to have an alternative that you can sell short. That's the key. Look, there's nobody out there looking for your interest, believe me. Especially Kramer or Powell or these people, I'm telling you, they don't care. And if you're in a 401k, at least learn how to short so you can at least offset your losses in your 401k or make them even. See you on the charts. Join the gang. Free 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.